Well, what about Arizona's two senators? There was some thought going in that Kyrsten Sinema could cross lines and vote to acquit.
Team 12's Bram Bresnick watched the vote very closely this afternoon. And Bram, did the vote go as expected?
Don't know. Senator Sinema's refused to comment for months because she was going to be a juror in the Senate trial. Today, she kept us in suspense until the last minute. A senator who's carved a reputation as an independent voted with every other Democrat to convict the president.
Ms. McSally. Not guilty. Ms. Sinema.
Guilty.
Arizona's two U.S. senators casting a historic verdict at President Trump's impeachment trial. Democrat Kyrsten Sinema's vote was up in the air until 30 minutes before the roll call. She voted to convict the president on charges of abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. Americans deserve a government they can trust operates in our best interest, Sinema said in a statement. As elected officials, we swear an oath to the Constitution to put the interests of our country and our national security above personal interests. Republican Martha McSally's vote to acquit was rarely in doubt. She had disparaged the impeachment inquiry over the last 5 months, adding these comments Tuesday.
This is about taking the president out of office, decapitating the government, and then taking him off the ballot.
In a statement after the vote, McSally said the American people collectively are better fit to judge Donald Trump's presidency as a whole than the partisan politicians in Washington who brought forth this impeachment.
And Senator McSally is heading for a likely election matchup in November against Democrat Mark Kelly. Kelly said in a statement he would have voted to convict. Let's send it back to you.
All right, Bram, thank you.